Hello, everybody out there. We are live. Let's see. It's 9 o'clock. Who's going to jump on first?
Hi. Let's see who's our first ones. It's so funny when Rob talks about this and Tracy. I'm like, I don't know. I'm saying my age, but remember when you used to call in and to radio stations, and you would try to get into the radio station, and who would be the first one in? And it's like, push the button, push the button, push the button.
Rob Alwyn, the first one.
Ooh, Rob Alwyn.
Wow.
Good job. Hi, Valerie.
Hey, Valerie.
Amber. Good evening, everybody.
Hey, guys.
So happy that you're on tonight with us on a Thursday night. And if you can just say where you're calling.
Okay, we're back. We may have a few issues, guys, so if we do buffer, just wait a second, because we are in North Carolina and we're 4,500 feet up, and we do have the new Starlink from
Elon
Musk, and it's working great. But every once in a while, it buffers for 2 or 3 seconds, or maybe 10 seconds. So if we lose you, just stay on there. We promise we're coming back.
Yeah, just please stay on, you guys. We promise we think we'll be back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Hey, Jim.
Oh my
hey,
gosh.
Hey, Lynn, Jeff, how are you guys? Ren,
how are you?
Hey, Dean, Port St. Lucie's in the house. Christy,
Yeah.
we see Christy every day. Awesome.
You guys are amazing. So happy that you're all here, and I hope you're all having just a wonderful, beautiful week so far. And guys, I want to apologize for last Thursday. I got really sick, and you'll hear it in my voice. So Gregg will be taking over tonight. So just really terribly sick, didn't I?
Yeah. Hey, Lynn, we're in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. She just asked. Mm-hmm. We got North Dakota in the house. We got them from everywhere. Wow. Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, friend.
Well, we're going to get started in about 1 minute. And I just want to say we missed you guys last Thursday, no doubt about it. But really under the weather, probably the worst I've seen in a while. I guess as we drove up here last week, she caught something along the way, and it was rough. So, but with that being said, we're going to get started real quick. And I just want to say one thing before we get started. I'm not a guy that, politically likes to get on and say anything about buffing. Hold on, we're buffed. We're coming back on. Here we are. But I want everybody, and I know everybody that's here is just an incredible person of God. And we need to be praying not only for Israel, but we need to be praying for our president, and, not only for the United States, but we need to stop this terrorism. And it's to see, we just found out we're having our second grandchild, and to see some of those images from Israel just shakes you. All right, I think we're back. I apologize again. I'm so sorry. It's a little windy outside on top of it. But guys, I took this out of the manual that we get. You can download everything in here to build your business. And this LifeWise prospect profile and opportunity exposure sheet is really powerful. So I'm going to try to move through this at a quick pace, only because of our connection up here. Next week, we'll have a much better connection. They're actually going to mount this Starlink on the roof of the house, so it'll be crystal clear all the time. But if anybody has this and they're looking at it, this prospect profile opportunity exposure sheet, you're asking for the name, cell phone, email, and birthday of somebody that you just might be a prospect, might be somebody that's a cousin, a family member, a coworker. It doesn't matter who it is. And then you put in here, how do you know this person? So you're not interrogating them. You're just simply asking, I know your name. I know your cell phone number. That's easy. I know your email. Usually that's easy. Hey, what's your birth date? I just like to know everybody's birth date because I like to send out a greeting. That's great. And then how do you know this person? Is it a coworker? Is it somebody you met in line at Publix? Is it somebody you go to church with? All these things are so important. And then when you finally get to ask them on an everyday basis, what's their why? Why do you go to work every day? Why do you get up in the morning? Things like that. Just normal, easy questions. Because if you get too what's the word? If you interrogate them like you're trying to get something out of them, it's like a hard sales pitch, and nobody likes a hard sales pitch. So you're doing all this stuff just as, you know, a stroke of a conversation to get a little bit of intimacy, to know that, hey, I do care about you. I do like you. I do want to know more a little bit about you.
Can I just add something too, hon? You know, one of the things for me on this sheet too, as well, guys, is it's your notes. You know, this is going to be something that is so powerful for you, and so something to keep, because as you start sharing this incredible opportunity, you know, there's going to be a few of you that have a lot of people that you're sharing this with, and there's nothing wrong with keeping notes and just keeping track of who these people are, and even knowing their birthday. I absolutely love that, because it reminds you to send them out a card or a quick text or something like that, to just say, I'm thinking about you. So this is like a journal for you.
And that's one thing Facebook does well. They tell you your birthdays. Everybody knows when it's somebody's birthday, and we all get on there and say happy birthday. So there's nothing wrong with that. So number one on here, the question, and this is a question you're asking yourself and how to approach them. Are they an entrepreneur? You know friends that are entrepreneurs, and you know friends that are 9-to-5ers, okay? They collect that paycheck, hours for dollars. They're never going to change, okay? They've been doing it for 30 years or 20 years. They're just, that status quo is where they're at, and they're happy with that. But on the flip side, those entrepreneurs that you do know, those are the ones you want to write down. Those are the ones that you want to softly approach. Go ahead.
Oh, you know, so that first question, are they entrepreneurial? You know, would you consider, I mean, I know you know me personally, would I fall, me, Silvia, under that as much?
No.
Okay. And there's not anything wrong with that. But what it's going to do is going to then be able to, you can personalize your approach to that person. How you approach me, Silvia, is going to be so different than how you approach Greg.
Right.
So
when you go to number two, which is great, are they health conscious?
Yeah.
So they may not be an entrepreneur, but guess what? They may be very health conscious. Now, I know a lot of my friends that are very happy with where they're at in their life. They might not want to build a business at this stage of their life, or they're just not looking right now, but they are health conscious. So if I don't go in with the entrepreneurial side of it, I can go in with the health side of it, because they're all getting up there like me. I'm in my late 50s now, approaching 60. And guess what? I'm more health conscious. Now, you probably wouldn't have said that watching me eat lunch today, but I double up on everything we have in LifeWise. So, but anyway, that's just me, but people are very health conscious. The third thing is high energy people. Now, my wife would fall right into that. She's high energy. You could go into a room and she will light up the whole room. I'm not the same way. People gravitate to me slower. She always says, you walk in looking mean. I don't, honestly. I don't feel that way, but she thinks I'm intimidating to her friends. I don't feel that way. It's just the way that aura, or that way I come off sometimes. But when I do get in the room and have fun with people, everybody says, oh, he's just a big teddy bear. That's all he is. But again, you know, how high energy people react to this is so different than an average person. We had people in our house a week and a half ago. I don't know if they're on tonight. Haven't read everybody's on. But guess what? High energy out the roof, both of them.
Incredible.
One wanted to talk over the other one. They're so excited, they're having fun. And we had a blast with them. And again, high energy, and they're all in. And then you can get the other person that's not high energy, but what is he? All business. You got that business-minded person. He's not going to smile all the time. He's not going to be going, but he's the guy that wants to build this, and he's ready to go. That's another number 3 on this page. This prospect sheet, guys, you should have copies of these like that's in that book with you, so you can start building that incredible list. Number 4, are they a self-motivator? I'm a self-motivator. Everything I've done in life is because of me, Gregg Adelman. I didn't finish college. I had a baseball scholarship. I didn't finish. Why? I wanted to play baseball. School wasn't my thing, but I was a self-motivated individual. Me and Rob talked about. We're back on.
Hey guys, real quick reminder, anybody that's new on right now, if you see it buffer, it's because of where we are in high winds right now. Please stick it out. It's seems to pop right back on. So if we buffer, we know we're buffering.
Yeah, Lee,
stay on.
I see Lee Collins. It goes in and out, Lee. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're talking about self-motivated. I've been self-motivated. I was just saying with Rob, we joke about it. When I was 14, 15, 16 years old, I was redoing cars in my driveway. Bondo, sanding them, taking them down to the paint shop, Mako. Remember those days? $100 paint job and reselling them. I've always been self-motivated, but that doesn't mean the non-self-motivated, again, can't do this business. So we don't want to rule out anybody in that way.
And I want to add too, in that, you got to know the person's why, because that's going to motivate someone. Again, Greg and I are very different. So what motivates him might be different for me. So it's so important to write these notes down of who you're speaking to, because you can get somebody that may not be considered motivating or be a motivator into that motivating mindset.
This is all down, mylifewise.biz actually, mylifewise.biz. This whole thing is there.
Thank you, Christy, for putting that on.
Yeah. Number 5, are they money motivated? I've always been money motivated, not to be greedy, but I've always wanted to take care of my family. We had 4 children in our 20s. I was money motivated because I had to support a family. I didn't want to, we're back. Sorry, guys. We did try to move a little bit next to Starlink to try to get a little bit better. I really apologize. Hope it gets better. We can get through this. But are they money motivated? That's a question you can ask them. If they're not money motivated, they're just health motivated, that's okay too. We love customers. So that's number 5. Number 6 and number 7 are really important. Here's why. Number 6, do they like to help people? Are they servant leaders? LifeWise is a servant leader based company. We're here to serve the masses and help people. So are they a servant type person? Do they love people? This is a people business. Remember that. If you're not a people person, you're not in the right business. It's just being honest and being straight. So that's one thing. The next one, 7, are they married? Because wife supportal is huge. To have support. I think I made up a new word, supportal. But to have support is so important, because in this industry, we have seen it in our big business back in the big Monavie days. We had so many, the husband poo-pooed it and the wife ran with it, or the husband ran, the wife, and eventually when they started making money, they came together. Here, if they're a single mom, we want to know why. We want to help that single mom, single dad. If they're married, are they going to build it together? You want to know that up front. You don't want fights going back and forth in the family, that's for sure.
But that's the other part, is just knowing that, and you put this in your notes about the person that you're speaking with, that it's going to give you tools to be able to know exactly how to support that partner, knowing what they're up against. And that's what this is all about. We want to support our partners in each and every way that we could.
Jim's making fun of me. Jim, thanks. Supportal. Yeah, it's a new word, so it's okay.
I think we need to get Webster's dictionary and put this in.
So number 8, do they have children? Any children? That's important. Family's important. We don't want to put work in front of family. Now, in this day of age, unfortunately, work does come first for most families, because if they don't work 50, 60, 70 hours a week, or 2 or 3 jobs, their family's going to fall apart. That's the problem. But in this case here, I'm going to call it an occupation or a side hustle, whatever you want to call it. This is what you want to put into it, what you want to get out. People are laughing.
I'm so sorry. Did you see what Jim just said?
No.
If you're not married, find a person you can find as a supportal.
All right, Jim, thank you.
You got to have fun in this business, you guys.
Oh, yeah, you got to laugh. This is what it's all about. Valerie, love my husband. He's a supportive. Okay. Next, number 9. Spouse's occupation, very important again. You got to know what you're dealing with in the whole picture, because if you're going to run with the husband and the wife is working 60 hours and he's doing 60 hours plus this, there may be some tension. So we want to know, what the wife does. If she's an RN, if she's a beautician, she works at a store, it's awesome. We're going to work this around, and we're going to build this. Why are we building it? To bring the wife home, to build that long-term residual income, a 5-year plan. My goodness, if we go to college and we say it's less than 5 years, we're kidding ourselves. You come out with $100,000 in debt. What's the worst that you can come out in 5 years with this? $100,000 in some commissions and no debt and great health. So these are big, big things on this page. Number 10, you need to stop. You're going to kill me here. I'm going to go solo from here on out, guys. Or she's going solo now. Number 10, anything noteworthy about the circle of influence?
This is interesting.
Think of that one. Now, her circle of influence is totally different from me. She can walk into our church and it's like 1,000 people later before we get out the door. I can walk into church, hi, great, nice to see you again, and we're done. In the business world, my circle of influence is totally different because I've been out in that world for 30 years. She's been a stay-at-home mom for that long, besides women's ministry. Totally different. So you got to find out that influence, because when I'm telling you, when you build this and you find a few people that have influence in areas that you don't, watch out. Watch what happens. And what coming out in life-wise, I can tell you right now, a circle of influence is going to be huge come Thanksgiving. I'm just telling you that. I'm not giving you anything else except for it will be globally huge.
And again, and it's just then understanding how you're going to speak to each and every person in those different circles of influences that you have.
Yeah.
So this is just about, really nailing down how you are going to share this incredible opportunity of LifeWise.
Number 11, what is the most significant thing about this person that makes you feel that they would do well in this business? You can talk about that because you're a people person, unbelievable. So when you look at somebody and see what's significant about them.
One of the things, guys, and this is something to really think about with the partners that you're bringing on into business. I look at, really, if any of us could say, how often do you have somebody that's going to speak absolute uplifting words into your life? Not often, sadly. And one of the things that I did learn about being on staff in ministry is that something that I was taught. It's just that having that people heart. And so this is going to really pray about this when you're talking to somebody or you're, bringing a partner into your mind. Really pray about this, about, what is it that God wants them to hear that they may not have ever heard of, or they may not understand or realize in their lives, and start speaking those words of life over that person. What is it that you see in them that is amazing?
Huge.
It's huge, guys. It's huge. We're in the people business, and we're also being called to do something a little different. We want also to be authentic. Don't, BS anybody. Don't really try to brown nose anyone or anything like that. But there are people in front of you that are so hungry to hear about anything. And I truly know that each and every person that I've come in contact with, there is something that our God has blessed them with. So pray about that, find it, and then tell them, absolutely tell them what you see in them.
Yeah, absolutely. So number 12, what do you like, love, or admire about this person? So I can tell you right now, in my early days of business, I admired a gentleman in the car industry only because he told me the way it was. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He said this was not going to be easy. Now, we're going back 30 plus years, and I admired him for that. Another gentleman I admired that took a shot with me that handed me $5 million. Yeah, $5 million. And we opened up a car dealership together. He owned a Chevrolet dealership. We became partners. And the admiration I had for this gentleman, and I saw him, he's in his late 80s now, but I saw him a few years ago at a Barrett Jackson car auction in Palm Beach, and he was there. And he looked at me, I looked at him, we gave a big hug, and we both started crying because he had lost his son to cancer. And his son was about my age at that point, 59. I was 54, 55. And, those are the type of people that change your life. You never forget, And just like here it says, love, admire about this person. I love Rob Alwyn because of his heart. This guy will do anything for you. He loves God more than anybody I've seen. He's just incredible. When we started to do this business, I had no doubt in my mind where this company was going to go. Now, I didn't say it was going to go in 6 months or 6 days or 6 years, but I knew that God had his hand all over this company. I admire Tracy Gibbs.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got words that I couldn't pronounce if they paid me $1 million.
Supportal, would he?
Yeah, maybe he knows how to spell supportal, what it means. But these are the things that make our company special. And when you have people like that and you get on the phone on a daily basis or every other day and you go over what's going on in the company, it just excites you to the moon's the limit. I mean, and I know where we're going. And, you know, today Rob was on the phone and we're going over some stuff and he's so excited. And when I hear his voice, I get more excited. And Silvia's like, calm down. When we get on these lives, calm down. You're too loud. I can't. I'm too excited for what's going to happen in this company. And I just can't wait to get out there and hug everybody in these different parts of, you know, United States and Canada and other places. So we're going to go into it real quick because we're coming up on 23 after. Wow, this is going fast. So at the bottom of this page, it talks about exposure 1, exposure 2, and exposure 3. Okay? Exposure 1 follow-up, 24. It just lets you circle exposure 1. So you get a 24, 48, or 72-hour follow-up. What are you going to follow up? Did you take my product? If you didn't, I want it back. I didn't give it to you to throw it out. Did you take the dream? How did you like it? Did you try restore? Me and Rob talked about it today. Rob, 7 hours of laying concrete. He was aches and pains. He took the new restore, and guess what? He told me within an hour, he was feeling insane. So again, we're not making a medical claim here, or we're not making any miracles here. All the products work. We know the products work. Exposure 2, like same thing. You're going to do another follow-up. Exposure 3, you're going to follow up. These are a daily, thing you have to do on a daily basis to build your business. I am a business card junkie follow-upper. I love everywhere I go, whether it's Lowe's, whether it's a restaurant, when they ask for a phone number, if I'm at the cash register, I don't blurt it out. Here's my card, it's on there. I want them to see the card. And whether we even talk about the card, it's in their hands. Maybe later on that night, that person puts that card out and goes, hey, I wonder what that is on the back. They scan that QR code and they see great products. You never know, right? If I do that 100 times a month, I think I'll get 2 or 3 people. I think I'll get more. But see, I hand them this right here. I say, here's my cell. Write it down later or put it in the system later. And then I say, if you're into health, look at that. Just click that QR code, baby, and let me know what you think. That's it. I don't sit there and do a 20-minute presentation. I do a 6-minute presentation. What I do is I just plant the seed. And if that seed grows 6 days, 6 hours, or 6 months later, it was worth that 1 penny business card, okay? We're going to talk about why ship, why it's important, and here's the reason why. I like to get paid just like everybody else. We are building this business. Everybody on that corporate team is building a business. So I'm out just like you are, talking to people, recruiting people, sharing with people. We're doing the same thing. But if you're not on Y Ship, it's like telling FP&L down in Florida, I'll pay you monthly, but please, if I'm 10 days late, don't cut my power off. It's going to get cut off. It's like your bill. Your phone bill. I watch people scramble when they know their phone bill's due because the last thing they want to do is not have that phone in their hand. Can you imagine getting your phone shut off? That's everybody's world right now. Now, it is not mandatory. We know it's not mandatory. And if you're one of those people that can, put that in your calendar and know that every 28 days you got to order, I don't want to worry about that. What I want to do is set it up so that way if I want to change product, I can go in and change product anytime I want. But I know I will never miss a pay period. And since April 11th, we have never missed a pay period. Those downloads go out now Mondays and Tuesdays. I mean, listen, our cutoff is Sunday night at midnight Central. Most companies wait till the following Friday or the following Monday to pay you. And here's the reason why. They want to see how many returns they have so they can charge you back. Guess what, guys? 0 returns. We don't have chargebacks because nobody's returning the product. They love the product. So we talk about why ship for a reason. It's not because the company wants to make more money off you. It's because we don't want you to lose any money. The worst feeling is when you call corporate and you say, hey, I had $180 this week. I didn't see it. And they tell you, we're sorry, Mrs. Smith, your product didn't go out, so you weren't qualified. How do you think that makes Melinda or Mike feel at the office? Not good. I can tell you that right now, not good. And we can't reverse those back. If we started reversing them back, what signal is that saying to everybody? It's a bad signal. You're not running your business the way it should be run. So, guys, we moved the phone. I guess we stayed on a little bit better this time. My wife was right again. If I went to the other end of the kitchen, it stayed on.
I told him, guys, he didn't listen.
Anyway, we'll be live again next Thursday. We won't miss it unless, for some reason, all internet in the whole country goes down.
No.
But we will be back. Remember, there's going to be a big announcement, a big announcement. So just look on.
How big?
Big. Just look on Hope Brokers or our LifeWise corporate page. Guys, please share this. I don't know how you share it. Valerie is like the wizard of getting it on everything. So, friend Valerie, and maybe she can tell you how to move it on to share it to people that really are looking to build a fun business and have a blast. Mm-hmm. This is the book right here, guys. Sylvia made this. This is just a...
James is incredible.
James built the whole system. Sylvia went to Office Depot, bought a little binder, and guess what? Everything is downloadable in your back office. Also, on the PDFs, everything's downloadable. All the new PDFs on the product, they're beautiful. I mean, really nice. So I really suggest using this page right here. This page is a tremendous builder. Gets to know your friends and family even better. And you'll find out whether they're an entrepreneur or a customer. We love both of them. Guys, have a great evening. We love you. We're signing out from North Carolina. Bye, everybody.